Hello. So today's message is going to be God feeds us. Basically, the scripture or the Bible story that we're going to take this from is actually in Exodus. It's at the point where the Israelites are in the desert. And so, backstory, they left because Egypt, because they were slaves, they were treated worse than human beings, and so they were property, but they were well fed. And so when they left everything behind, they left their food. So they're in this desert and they're starving, they're hungry. And just like kids do when they're hungry, they are complaining, how much longer? How much? It was a lot better back there. We had food. We don't have anything to eat. Oh my gosh. All right. Moses and Aaron, the leaders, the go between God and these people they're having it. And so Moses is like, okay, I'm going to pray. He's talking to God, and God's like, you know what? I hear their prayers. I hear their cries, and tell them that I will provide bread. So he talks to Aaron. Aaron talks to the people. He talks to the people. God's going to provide you bread. Just be patient. God can't just, snap his fingers and all of a sudden you have bread. God works in mysterious ways. Yeah, well, we had meat back in Egypt. There were pots of meat for us to eat. Granted, it wasn't the greatest meat, but it was meat. Moses, God, yeah, I hear that. They're going to get something called quail. Just trust me. Trust me. You're going to wake up one day, but only grab what you can possibly eat that day. Don't grab any more. Desert's not a good place to store food. Got it. All of a sudden, they wake up one day, boom, there's something called manna, which is a protein-based food, and there's quail. Israelites, what is this? Right? Well, what's in front of us? What's this like bean-like thing and these little small little birds around? What's going on here? Moses like, did you not hear me? Did you not hear Aaron? We were saying God heard your cries and he was going to provide you food. This is it. It's not, store-bought bread and uh, hot dogs. It's quail and manna. So, two things I want to take from the story. One, God hears your prayers. God hears your cries. God knows that you're hurting. He listens to each and every one of you. He answers in mysterious ways sometimes. God, you know, is a mysterious individual. So, if you have a concern, you need to take it to God. God does care for each and every one of us, just like if we were God's own child. Second thing, communication. In order to have a strong foundation on anything, business, relationships, friendships, you need to have effective communication. These Israelites, crying like children, they weren't really saying what it is that they were hungry for. I'm just hungry, right? Just like a little kid. Well, what are you hungry for dinner? I just want food. Oh, I don't want that. Well, do you want chicken nuggets? I don't want chicken nuggets, right? Not being effective in communication can create problems. Also, with effective communication, not only vocalizing where you can be understood, but also listening. And if you don't understand something, asking a question, all right, this is what I think you're saying, but I don't understand it. So we need to have that, right? The Israelites weren't really listening to what was being said to them, and they weren't effectively communicating. That can create some problems. God does listen and God does answer, but in a unique, mysterious way, just kind of like a poetic author. Case in point, the last couple of months have been kind of rough on me. It's been wearing down on my soul. I had some friends who passed away, people I knew I cared about. They passed away. I had some friends who definitely were in situations that nobody wants to hear. They were crying out in pain, and uh, it's a pain that's very personal to me. It deals with depression. So I work with people with depression and I try to help people, but it takes a piece of me. And so I was at a point where I was basically stressed out and I needed my soul, my spirit renewed. So basically, I took it to the Lord. And this little inkling of nugget of an ideal came to my head, and I'm like, got on, social media, said, hey, what about this? You want to know about this stuff? I'm thinking maybe I might want to go out there I had friends say, "Yeah, this is a good place. I'm surprised you never heard of it before." Yes, you're gonna like it. So taking that nudge, taking those hints, because God works in mysterious ways, I went there this morning, and I went to this state park, and my soul was refilled. Uh, I found the peace that I needed at that time. Um, I when I climbed up these trails and I heard the animals in the distance and smelt the trees and the vegetation, and I felt the rocks that held all this history, my soul was renewed because I listened to the little hints that God gives us in his own mysterious ways. So in closing, I hope that you uh, give God a chance, right? Let him know what's bothering you, as well as open your ears, open your heart to listen to those little nudges that God can give you. So, in closing, I thank you so much for watching. If you have any comments, concerns, you know what to do. Leave a comment down below. If you like what we're doing here, click a like. And as always, God bless you and thank you.